Okay, everybody, so today I'm reacting to 4chan's most disturbing lolcow, and I'm afraid this guy right here is Dan Sobel's long-lost cousin, because his crushes are minors, so yeah, we're in for a treat this video chat. Without further ado, guys, here we go.
Here's my love, Lily. There she is. Hi there, Lily, my love. Hi,
What
Lily.
the fuck?
I love you, Lily.
Meet TimBox, a man so obsessed with cartoons that he once threatened to assault the director's wife, all because his favorite cartoon character died in a show. Tim's love for 2D characters gets weirder the more you look into it. He confessed to have wet dreams about Pebble and the Penguin, and even had a crush on the snake from Kung Fu Panda. It's important to mention that he's 21 years old, by the way. But what
You sick fuck.
really made Tim's online presence creepy was his obsession with underage cartoon characters.
How old is this girl? I have to, you know. Wait, her age wasn't revealed? Are you serious right now, bro? Let's just say she's a minor. This proves like he's a fictophile and a pedophile. Okay, I'm just being a hypocrite for being a fictophile. Because I had a crush named Monica and Tyree, so that is really hypocritical for me to say that, but at least I'm not dating minors, so. Wait, bro's got Lily, Dora, Lisa, Blossom. Bruh. You creepy ass motherfucker. You fatherless bitch. He is fatherless, guys. No wonder why his dad left with some milk. Trying to pretend that, you know, he was just pretend to buy some milk. After he found out that he's a pedophile. His own son's a pedophile. After he found out.
Characters. Most notably, Lily from Dexter's Lab, who he wanted to marry and even made a whole movie about her. Whenever people called him out for being a PDF file or a degenerate, Tim would completely crash out, sending death threats or being straight up racist and homophobic.
Yo! Hey, yo. Hey. They need to chill out with the racism, bro. No wonder why the young community is so toxic. Because they're using the N-word with a hard R.
Today we're gonna have a look at the story of Timothy Robert Mackenzie, one of the most disturbing and delusional lolcows on the internet, better known as TimBox. Timothy was born on the May of 1991.
They made their mother Pepe the Frog? No fucking way, bro.
In Baltimore, and was diagnosed with Asperger's when he was just a little kid because of.
Oh, to be reminded of, autism does not excuse you for doing PDF shit. Unless you guys are like me, who makes mistakes all the time like that. But I'll easily be forgiven very soon anyways, since I'm improving my behavior.
He would develop a very quiet personality and would spend a lot of time home watching TV. And that will later explain his insane obsession with characters from Cartoon Network shows like The Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, or love of his life, Lily from Dexter's Lab, an underage 2D character who really stole Timothy's heart. This was his wifey, you know? And Timothy did in fact post some very disturbing things about her online. He also became kinda racist.
Okay, he's Sean Sullivan's long-lost brother. And Joey Nigro's long-lost cousin. I covered like Joey like multiple times, but people called me out for that and said friendly fire will not be tolerated, but I didn't groom minors in real life and online, so they're in the wrong.
But we'll talk about that a little later. Due to his autism and parents taking way too much care of him basically, he didn't really develop any social skills and he didn't make any friends in school, which only made matters worse. He wasn't able to talk at all until he was like 7.
I know why, because he's a pedophile. That's why.
Years old, and due to his condition, he was able to finish school only when he was 21. We don't really know much about his school life. The only info we have is from the man himself, from his own autobiography that he later deleted, sadly. We know that he really didn't like studying, instead he was actively trying to impress girls, and he only liked Asian girls. Probably because all his childhood he was watching Lily from Dexter's Lab.
Well, at least he wasn't Asian hating. I noticed that like a couple years back because I know that like a couple of years back when I was in high school or I graduated middle school because of the COVID pandemic, some people were Asian hating for some reason, and I don't know why, but it's so racist. At least he wasn't Asian hating. That was at least the bad things he does, but still. He's a pedophile.
24/7. He tried to flirt by stalking them and showing them his knowledge.
Okay, buddy. This proves he's Ethan Davis 2.0, buddy. We have another Womitex on the loose who likes Asian girls instead of Yui Hirasawa.
About dinosaurs. He is also hyperfixated on those as well.
Ready, you guys? 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, Susan, I've been watching Dexter's Laboratory and the Papa Girls and Cartoon Network and everywhere for 10 years, and I've been hitting it with my. I've been hitting.
Oh, what, you motherfucker! You motherfucker! You creepy ass bitch! You creepy bastard! He was just recording this woman without her permission? Yo, if I ever did that to my crushes, I would have been in trouble. And my parents would have been whoop my ass, bro. They're gonna whoop my ass so hard, it will be hurt like hell. My God.
I've been hitting it with my family for 18. Know what I'm saying, Susan? I love Dexter's Laboratory and the Papa Girls, alright?
21 years old TimBox like dinosaurs, cartoons, and Asian girls. Might be a little weird.
Well, at least he wasn't like watching baby shows like Dan Sobel does. But still, he has an unhealthy obsession with that fictional character.
But we gotta understand that due to his autism, he really had a rough time growing up, so those obsessions are kinda understandable. I don't know why exactly that happened, but TimBox thought he's a god or something. He thought if Albert Einstein or Nikola Tesla had autism and were super successful, then how come he cannot date Stacy that we saw in the video? So some awkward flirting soon transitioned to low-key sexual harassment.
Question, guys. Has he ever been in jail? I mean, he assaulted girls, and stalking is a big-ass crime, like we seen on the Wimbytex video that I covered him, on a live stream, and exposing him, like 2 videos of him. But has he ever get arrested? Tell me in the comments, chat.
And that ended up in everyone avoiding Tim in school at all costs, which only made it harder for him to learn how to act around people. And his ego made him think that for whatever reason he's a genius writer and a movie producer. TimBox would be very interested in films, but nor teachers or his classmates really cared, and they didn't take him seriously. That made him really wanna become a movie producer, as he wanted to prove that even though he's autistic, he can achieve big things regardless. which is a great
Bullshit! People would have been noticed that he is a predator and stalked girls. That makes no sense at all, bro. There's no way he's in my level, alright?
message, of course. I would be really glad if that was the case for Tim. However, it really wasn't. He created what he described as a cinematic masterpiece. And this is the script for the movie he wrote. The movie is about everything he likes. Dinosaurs, Dexter's Lab, Lily, and Asian girls. TimBox was under impression that he wrote the next Interstellar, but it was a slop pretty much. In the movie, Dexter and Lily are on some weird Lord of the Rings quest. They have to go to Mordor or something. And on the way they fight Samurai Jack, Powerpuff Girls, and Avatar for whatever reason.
At least he didn't make any content for like 30 seconds in the movie. That was really short, just like Joey Nigro makes 30-second videos, but with horizontal, without effort. Like hell. Absolute slop.
They steal Lily from Dexter, and then TimBox travels from Timboxia. Yeah, that's the
Timboxia? What kind of country is that?
real thing apparently, to save Lily. And Dark Lord Mandark, who's the main villain, then becomes transgender. And at the end, to celebrate, I guess, TimBox has intercourse with some Amy Jane. I tried to Google her, but I got no results, so I have no clue who this Amy Jane is. And this whole thing goes on for 8 hours. Now, to be able to make this movie...
Okay, he put a lot of effort into this. That is impressive.
TimBox needed someone to fund it, and he requested a humble sum of almost $1 billion to make his fantastic ideas come true. I wish someone did fund this, because now I really want to know who this Amy Jane is. Just so you understand how absurd this sum is, Lord of the Rings trilogy costed 300 million USD to make, and Timothy over here is asking for almost 1 billion. We can find similarities here with Chris Chan. Both TimBox and Chris have big ideas of making a project, but it's just a little bit delusional and nobody takes them seriously. However, TimBox trusted the idea so much that he spammed movie directors almost daily, asking them to help him with the movie. He also spammed Dan Goldwasser and
Yo, he's stalking and spamming Hans Zimmer? Nah, bro. Nah.
Hans Zimmer, who are both pretty insane movie music producers. Hans Zimmer, in my opinion, best producer ever. He did bangers such as Lion King, Gladiator, Dune, and Interstellar. And TimBox insisted on them working together, so they would bring Dexter's Odyssey to life. He also thought Dexter's Odyssey trilogy would likely even be better than Lord of the Rings. Dan then posted a letter he got from TimBox on his social media. And in this letter, we can see that Timothy doesn't even consider a possibility that his movie, Dexter's Odyssey, maybe isn't the greatest movie ever. Timothy truly believes he was given Dan Goldwasser a chance of his life. But Dan wasn't the only one who blocked Timothy. Essentially, everyone who worked on Dexter's Lab did so, including Chris Battle, who stands behind
I'm glad I didn't trust him to begin with.
all of the Timothy's favorite cartoons. TimBox basically spammed everyone, telling them that Dexter's Odyssey is something they have to work on. But the reason why everyone blocked Timothy wasn't just him being annoying and delusional. The real reason was TimBox's online behavior. Remember that character I talked about earlier, Lily? Well, Timothy liked Lily a little too much.
I love you.
You're nasty, bro. You're nasty.
I love you, Lily.
How cute!
Lily
Somebody lock him up. Please. Somebody lock him up. Send him to a mental hospital or something. Better yet, prison. I'm glad I'm not even a weirdo that I used to be back in my high school. Ugh. If I did the same shit as him right now, you guys would have been calling me out. But thank goodness I don't do that shit anymore. Okay, I'm just being a hypocrite again because I had a crush with Monica and Tyree. At least they're overage of 18.
She is the love of TimBox's life. She was a character in Dexter's Lab who appeared in only few episodes. But despite that, Lily means world to Timothy. It's a girl of his dreams. Here we can see Timothy and Lily hanging out in a dinosaur museum. And
Okay, this proves that TimBox is being a notorious whore. He is the biggest slut that we ever seen in my entire life. And also a predator, too. Because she's overaged. Well, fun fact, Lily looks like Buttercup's long-lost big sister. Which is pretty amusing to me. That got me surprised for a sec.
yeah, he photoshopped it himself. Here Lily is having a heartburn. This is also Tim's work, by the way. And here is Lily, well, yeah,
What
I think...
the fuck? Neo-Nazi alert. Neo-Nazi alert.
You get it. Timothy sees Lily as a girl of the highest rank. She is pure, she is very feminine, and according to Timothy, she also has perfect body shape. Timothy even dreamed of having kids with her to create a perfect race, with a little girl from a cartoon. TimBox is attracted to little girls with Asian features and maybe not just the pixelated one.
Okay, he is a pedophile and a stalker. Nah.
As we saw in the recording where he was spying on Susan. He repeatedly talked about his ideas of adopting, playing, and hugging girl cartoon
need
characters.
Japan.
Tim even made a whole tier
in
list of
America,
kids he
bro.
would adopt. And you might think he's
What? Don't tell me he's gonna have sex with more kids. Nah.
joking or something. Well, okay, what's this then? Yeah, this is his drawing where Lily is twerking or
Okay, this is such cringe, bro. Cringe. You know, Ben Bros is 5 times better than this trash. Put the fries in a bag, TimBox. Please and thank you.
something, I guess. Besides that, Tim is also attracted to penguins and Snake from Kung Fu.
Okay, he's being a zoophile, bro. I didn't know he wants to have sex with fucking penguins and snakes.
Panda, which he admitted online multiple times. Maybe Tim doesn't fully understand that being attracted to kids isn't really...
Oh, hold on. Sorry I have to pause this for a sec, guys. I got a new hat, so I'll show you that after this, so I can, like, show you to you guys before I sign off and stop recording, just to publish on YouTube.
Okay. From what I've read online, some people with autism may show signs of PDF behavior because they themselves haven't fully developed yet, and so they may feel more like kids. And that could also explain why they might be attracted to kids. Now,
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Bruh.
I'm not a doctor nor a psychologist, so I might be wrong, but I think this should be taken into accountability. However, that doesn't make TimBox's behavior online okay. It maybe explains why he does it, but it doesn't give him a free pass to proudly talk about creating a perfect race with an underage
I feel like a little deja vu while watching this video.
girl from a cartoon. After some time, pretty much everyone who is associated in the production of Dexter's Lab has blocked Timothy, including the illustrator of TimBox's favorite cartoons, Chris Battle, since he spammed everyone to work on Dexter's Odyssey with him. But the main reason was
Okay, the reason nobody wants to help TimBox out because he's like a biggest pedophile ever. And plus, he's Ethan Davis's long-lost brother. I know that much.
his online behavior. Timothy very passionately claims that filthy browner kids stole and destroyed his original ideas. And he also really liked to discuss topics of 9/11 and how it destroyed an American dream.
You sick bastard, bro.
Whatever that means, like I genuinely don't know what that means. Whatever TimBox does is with the end goal to promote Dexter's Odyssey, and for that everyone laughs at him, and then
Oh, never been to 4chan. This website's not for kids.
he gets blocked or banned.
Yep, you are canceled and banned.
The only place where he isn't banned yet is DeviantArt, Reddit, and Twitter, where he actually posts till this day. And I guess he realized that obsessing over little Asian cartoon girl isn't really healthy, so now his new waifu is this mouse girl from American Tail. Dear DeviantArt, I have to deactivate my Twitter/X account once again, and for the very I have no idea what that means. Time. And why so? Because those hell-raising internet trolls kept on descending on my Twitter/X account.
Well, this motherfucker deserves it because the fictional character he's been obsessing with too much is a minor, so that's why he's canceled permanently, and people won't trust him again.
Umpteenth time and attacked me over my obsession with an American Tail's feeble sister, Tanya
Again, he's back being a zoophile again.
Mauschkewitz, or the Feeble Goes West version of her, to be very specific. And don't you even dare call me the next Chris Chan from now on, for I am not. I am an innocent, creative soul trying
Yo, that's cap. He is a next Chris Chan anyways.
to find my place in the world and not the
If you guys do something bad into the internet, if you didn't know it was bad, it's up here forever. Never going away. You will always being criticized. You think I'm not joking, guys? Search up to Google or something.
the internet. I have actually done nothing wrong to warrant such online attacks on me. Is there still any justice for autistic people anymore? If the trolls get ahead of me,
Bro, autism does not excuse you from preying on children. Okay? Autism does not excuse you for preying on children. I have autism and I didn't mean to do shit like this.
I would be good in hell instead of heaven. What I'm going to do now? Just stay away from Twitter/X from now on? From TimBox.
Yo, that's cap. People are screenshotting your ass.
129. Alright, and just 2 posts before this, he was talking about sexualizing of girls in cartoons, and not necessarily of age. And he ended that post by saying, yeah, that's just my opinion, of course, you know. As the only way to fight hate and trolls, Tim chose to play the victim card. You know, that works all the time, obviously. Just so all of you on the internet will probably know, but
He's just using that shit as an excuse. Seriously. You can't use that shit as an excuse, bro.
by now, the online portrait of me, myself, and I as this unhappy, sad, lonely, struggling, troublemaking, socially awkward, and very predatory lolcow of a man on the autism spectrum is actually wrong. Nothing personal, internet, but
Unless you do shit like eating Pete did. It's just that, man.
I actually am a young man on the autism spectrum who actually loved life. Sure, I have had some ups and some downs and even some rough patches within or even outside of the internet or something, but I still do love a very good time. Happy emoji. And so, the online internet portrait of me, Timothy Robert Mackenzie, whom some of you online will know as TimBox, as this sad, lonely, unhappy, struggling, socially awkward, troublemaking, and even very predatory lolcow of man with autism is totally wrong. And end of line. Literally every second or third post, TimBox cries about how internet isn't treating him fair. It feels like he truly
Yep, he is also a man-child. This is why the young community is so fucking toxic. I'm no fucking problem. Sure. I get no fucking problem at all.
he doesn't understand the concept of trolling. When he found out that he's being talked about on 4chan, he started threatening them for whatever reason, thinking he's gonna stop them. However, that only added fuel to the fire and they trolled him even more. They especially like to address his racist crash outs, where he would openly say that he hates black people, but you know,
Oh! No.
he just said the N-word. Which is exactly how he would call all the trolls on the 4chan too.
Bro. Yeah, he's unknown imposter wannabe. Unknown imposter wannabe. Again with the hard
By the way,
R.
I guess he must be a PewDiePie fan.
What a fucking...
Kinda based. And just like Chris Chan, TimBox cannot deal with any form of criticism. For example, when he was told that Powerpuff Girls aren't as cool as he says, he sent death threats with zero hesitation. He often talked about destroying all the trolls, and even when people are genuinely trying to help him out, he still talks to them like they're subhumans or something. I think by looking at his screenshot, you can see exactly what I mean. And of course, as you might guess, he got trolled even more because of the posts like this. Even people who genuinely support his creative ideas at first got some heat from TimBox as well. Man, you really gotta stop fantasizing over made-up characters like Lily. If you're going to continue this path, one day your imagination won't be enough, and at the end, you are going to do something that you will regret. Alright, that's a valid take. Let's see how TimBox reacts. Shut the f*** up and leave me alone, you dickhead. Otherwise, I will destroy you. After some time, TimBox would have his own page on Dramatica, which is a little Wikipedia for lolcows basically. Here you can read about his weird attraction to kids, perversion, and any of his internet activity basically. It was all there. Soon after his family
You could have got called out in Minitubia.
found out about his site, they tried to take it down, but you know, what is once uploaded on the internet stays on there forever. And as
I called it. Be careful what your post, chat. Good luck.
he's of age, thank God, Jesus Christ. All there. Soon after his family found out about his site, they tried to take it down, but you know, what is once uploaded on the internet stays on there forever. And as time passed by, Timothy found new waifu, and this time she's of age, thank God, Jesus Christ. This is her. It's Ashi from cartoon called Samurai Jack. In the cartoon, Jack and Ashi fall in love
At least, she's an adult.
with each other. But Ashi betrays Jack, as turns out she's the daughter of Jack's enemy, and Timothy felt to be betrayed as well. Ashi is then killed, and that broke Tim completely. Timothy cries about her death every single day. He goes to DeviantArt and begs people to sign his petition to bring Ashi back, and so creators of the cartoon would resurrect Ashi. But people either didn't care or they just laughed at him. Timothy said that he respects the scriptwriter's decision to kill Ashi, however, deep inside of his soul, he wants to track him down, grape his wife and his daughters, and after he will kill him for Ashi's death. A death of a cartoon character made Tim stalk and send death threats to everyone involved in production of the
What the heck? I just heard a bang, guys.
Samurai Jack cartoon. He even apologized to the voice actor of Ashi for masturbating to her character. His obsession with the cartoon was so strong and powerful that production team had to address the situation and release a statement, as they were so tired from getting numerous petitions, messages and whatnot. But that just made Timothy more angry. And at the end of the day, he declared a goddamn war to the director of the cartoon, Tartakovsky. He threatened his family, his friends, colleagues, well, yeah, all that just to look like a complete idiot. And all because of love to a character made from pixels. And I think the best way to end the story is to read how TimBox actually sees himself in this situation. Stop it, you assholes. I'm alright. I'm not an animal. I'm not a faggot. And I'm not even an acne-ridden pig idiot moron either. I'm just an autistic, intelligent and good young man.
Oh god. Now he's pulling the autism card, man. He's pulling that card again, bro.
And so, I ask you kindly, would you please stop
maybe
mocking me
explode
ever and stop calling me names that my family and I don't like. Ever, and like thousands expression marks. So somewhere in this video I asked you guys if you think it's okay to let some behavior slide when you're autistic. I think writing fan fictions about your favorite cartoon characters is fine to an extent. However, I feel like threatening to rape someone's wife and kids, sending death threats and stalking people because your pixel waifu died in a show, you know, isn't really cool. It's not okay. Also,
I guess Ethan Davis and TimBox will be friends if they run into each other. Yeah, it's just that, man.
so publicly stating that you would go down on some 12-year-old girl from a cartoon, you know, that's some insane PDF behavior. And you can argue that it's just a cartoon, it's harmless. I feel like if a person has these thoughts at all, it doesn't really matter if it's cartoon or not. It's very disturbing. And I think that barrier between cartoon and reality is not that big actually. It's rather pretty small. So I would put Tim on a watch list or something. Sure, we can laugh at TimBox.
Or we can just hire Chris Hansen to take care of this situation.
But I think a lot of stuff he posts online is very disturbing. Autism or not, I don't think this should be tolerated. Anyway, if you made
Come on, we need Chris Hansen. We need Chris Hansen.
it this far, thank you for watching this video, and I want to thank a lot to all my Patreons. It's the reason why I'm able to make these videos at all, as it takes time, money, and you know, my mom is kind of homeless. So if you want to help me out, you know, link down description. It helps super a lot, trust. And if you're feeling kind of tired, you can use my link for MedMonk down description as well. 20% off for first 100 buyers. All right, that'll be it.
I have never heard of this material before.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. I think that is it. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, share, sub, and hit that bell for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, peace.